Shit. And we live, baby. We back.
We're back.
We back from death row.
Maybe we're back. We'll see. Let's see what YouTube does.
Will YouTube even send this link out? I don't know.
Everybody thought we died. I've only been posting to the members channel, so anyone not in the members section probably thinks I'm dead. Everybody thought we died. I've only been posting.
That was me. That was me. Yo. See, I only got. Hey, let's get it. They coming. It's YouTube sending the links out. YouTube has had us in prison. We was on death row. We got pardoned.
It was quiet.
It
was a lonely little world there for a little bit.
Man. I felt like Squidward when he was watching SpongeBob and Patrick have fun. I was just looking out the window. Salute to the chat, y'all. Come on. I'm watching everybody else go live. Like, damn, I wish I can go live. Come on, y'all. Come on up in here. It's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. Hey, yo, put y'all belts in the air. Oh, AOH, we haven't talked about this.
Yeah, tell me.
Curry need to come back quick. Somebody need to call Curry. Come quick.
You know, the playoffs, motherfucking playoffs. I was ready to give the playoffs a chance, and you got to pull this shit. It just happens too often, man. I've lost my patience. Everybody fucking gets hurt, and then you don't even see the matchup you're supposed to get. Too often.
Oh man, that's what happens, man. Jason Tatum with the Achilles. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Was Donovan Mitchell hurt or was he selling?
Oh, yeah. The way he. Yeah. We're getting the piss beaten out of us. I'm gonna walk out and fake a quick injury at halftime. And
is he selling from the book of James?
Yeah.
Hey, is Donovan Mitchell stealing from the book of James? You know what I mean? Look, King's Speech in here. He's spamming Knicks. King's Speech ain't put his shirt on since game 2, man. He ain't had a shirt on since. I got 41 people in here. Come on in here. Hit the like button through the door. YouTube might have to get this out.
They needed a heads up because they thought we were dead.
Yeah,
they're not even looking.
Yeah, y'all, we back. We back like cooked crack, man. We got to talk about the diddler. Oh my God. We got to talk about the diddler. We 3 days late. I don't even know if AOH going to be able to stay this long because it's a lot to talk about with the diddler. The diddler is in trouble, man. He's too freaky, man.
All right, let's start there since people are finding their way in, and we'll get to the basketball after that. But I don't even know what's happening. Go ahead and tell me.
We finna go to the we gotta get the Diddy update. You know what I mean? Because we gonna do this together. We gotta do this together, y'all. We gotta stand together. Together we stand. Divided we fall.
So it's craziness. I thought it was already plenty crazy. It's getting crazier.
Does everybody know what's going on? Because 93 say it's a little spotty, man. I've been seeing some shit that's like, my God, Lord Jesus. We gotta pray for him. The baby. AOH.
I take it. Whatever you're saying doesn't mean he's getting out of jail.
No, I don't know, man. Diddy was handing out pumpkin heads. Oh, yeah, you know what a pumpkin head is, right?
I don't.
Oh, man. somebody's beating you so bad your head look like a pumpkin after. Like anybody that seen Martin, y'all remember when Martin got into the ring and he had that pumpkin head after? Yeah, that's what he was handing out to Cassie, man. It's
Oh, jeez, really?
yeah, he was handing out the pumpkin head.
Okay, so the hallway at the hotel is not the only footage.
Oh yeah, she's gonna talk about the alleged abuse. Whew, it's about to be. Hold on, yo, man, and it just keep updating. I gotta catch up.
Say, I know you're a Minnesota guy, so like, does it take any of the pleasure out of these victories, knowing that you're beating a team that can't win without Curry?
Oh, of course, because it's like now people don't respect it. People aren't gonna believe in it. You know what I mean? Which is understandable. Like, okay, Curry's out. You happen to steal game one though. Anthony Edwards played like Bronny in game one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk. Oh, that game one pissed me off. He played like Bronny. But then
And he did. He played like Bronny a lot against the Lakers too. So I think people have a legitimate reason not to believe in Minnesota if they're beating the bullshit version of the Warriors too.
Yeah, I remember before this game, he had only 17 points or something like that in the first half. But then he had like 70 some points in the second half. So he's a closer. Let's not forget what he did in game 4. That's the buzzer beater to end the first half. Then he just went on a shooting range. Like it's like he had a Draco or something. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable to watch. I was like, damn. And then there was no playoff Jimmy Butler. Where's playoff Jimmy?
Yep.
I don't know what's going on with him. You can't expect Buddy Hield to carry you. Nope. Jonathan Kuminga been in the goddamn hyperbolic chamber this whole season. You know what I mean?
He does what he does. He gives you spurts, and then he looks like he's scared of a basketball.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But the Warriors have Podziemski. What else could you want? My God.
Yeah. Pod need to go ahead and get his bags ready. I hope you ain't buy a house, Pod. See, that's the hard side of the game. You get comfortable. You do good for a stretch. You got everybody gassing you up. You like, man, I'm finna buy this house. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, the pressure, it just get too much for players, man. It get too much. And
so the other reason for me not to be that excited for Minnesota is that Minnesota losing in round 2 provides the evidence that the Lakers were severe garbage, because last year the Nuggets beat the Lakers, and then the Nuggets got beaten. So that means, LeBron, you didn't just get beaten, you got beaten by a team that didn't make it past the next round. Yeah. And that could have been true again this year. It's not going to be, but it might have been if they'd faced the real Warriors. I don't know. And Draymond's antics, as usual, I can only get a certain percentage of excited for the Warriors, whether my team or not. Like, as long as we're dragging that guy along, it would have been bittersweet.
It would have been bittersweet, man. You guys just need Curry back. They need Curry back bad. That was the worst thing that could have happened. Do you think it was? Now everybody's saying, "Oh, they're playing too much. They need rest." They're saying all these different things that need to happen. We didn't even talk about the Mavs yet either. We got to talk about the Mavs.
Yeah.
Look, the Mavs, y'all. Are you serious? Hit that like button. Shout out to the chat.
The NBA knows how to keep you talking. without even really talking about basketball.
Without it, dawg, it's so much going on that we haven't had a chance to speak on, y'all. We gotta get through it. We gotta get through it. We got more people joining in. We got 178 people tapping in with us. We appreciate y'all right now. You know, let's go to let's get it. All right, so this is the day one, 9 takeaways from day one. We're gonna do a quick takeaway from day one of the Diddy trial because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. All right, so the central question posed in the federal jury Monday for the first day. Okay, Bajay blah. We don't care about his life. We know about his life. Two main accusers, Cassie Ventura and a woman identified as Jane. The Jane Doe. Two women coerced into the freak offs. The freak off. Hey, the draft is 100% rigged, y'all. Y'all know it is. Come on now.
Coerced, meaning invited.
Participated. Willing. Now I see like this gonna get kind of controversial, y'all, because man, do money make women heal like Wolverine? Do women turn into Wolverine when you got money? He said, waiting for the Zion Williamson freak off. All right, so they met when she was a 19-year-old. They began dating within a year of him signing her to Bad Boy. They dated on and off till 2018. Prosecutors said he physically abused her. In 2009, he threw her to the floor in an SUV and stomped repeatedly on her face. Wow. Woo. In another instance, when Cassie was seeing another man, he beat her, brutally kicking her in the back and flinging her around like a rag doll. Oh my God. He
Number
beat
one,
her.
Why?
Go ahead.
Why is she with another man? I mean, there's obviously problems if your woman's doing that. Mm-hmm. 2, Jesus Christ, you're Diddy. Move on. So he kept her after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Well, he was sharing her anyway, but I guess he wanted to pick and choose who she slept with.
All right. Is this really worth us going over?
Nick Cannon is a freak off.
The weird world.
The world is crazy, man.
You better be tying LeBron James in here to make it topical.
They said, bro, AOH, they said they beat her for small slights, such as when she didn't answer the phone or when she took too long in the bathroom. They said they described the incident where Combs allegedly made a male sex worker urinate in her mouth, causing her to feel like she was choking. God, they treated her like a toilet bowl. They turned her to a toilet bowl, y'all. Do you see what happened when them girls be posting in Dubai? When she posts she in Dubai, oh, you know what's happening. They taking dumps. Over there, they taking dumps on shit.
Oh boy.
You know? Hit the like button, y'all. It's Rena, your stomach turning, huh? You like, God damn it. I don't want to go to Dubai that bad.
So ask the chat, because I see it divided. People saying,
let's see.
Ask the chat about the Mavericks being rigged or not, because so many people are like, oh, well, this is as obvious as it gets, and you actually have other people saying, come on, it doesn't look good, but you can't rig it.
Wait, y'all, hold on, pause. Y'all think the draft was fair?
Oh, I thought I'm not saying that, but there are as many people saying that you can't rig it as there are people saying it was obviously rigged. So
Put rigged
obviously,
in. We
we're
have
gonna
some.
have some different opinions. I'm just curious, how many different opinions are we getting in the chat here?
Somebody said, "Not. Are you sick? Are you okay? How long? If you don't think this draft was rigged, how long have you been watching the NBA? If you started watching the NBA this decade, you're under MK Ultra right now. You know what I mean? If you started watching the NBA within the last 10 years, you are under MK Ultra. Everybody know this shit is rigged. You mean to tell? Pay attention, y'all. Y'all see all the video. LeBron, by the end of his first year, they were trying to secretly trade LeBron in Miami for Dwight Howard, right? You think LeBron didn't hear about that? You look, Pat Riley starting to take his milk and cookies away from him. He went to the NBA and said, "Man, hey, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that ain't happening. We finna go back to Cleveland and folk. Get me help, please." Boom, Kyrie. Boom, Anthony Bennett. But Anthony Bennett was hot ass. You know what I'm saying? Hot ass.
So, according to which path of putting this together do you subscribe to? That LeBron wanted it, and therefore Palinka got to work. Palinka and Nico agreed to it, but only because Nico had a conversation with Silver that said, "Look, if I do this, then you got to do this."
I do believe that there were a lot of possibilities. Okay, we make the playoffs, you know, and we don't win or whatever. You know, we get this free agent. We're going to get this acquisition. We're going to get something. You know what I mean? Because I know obviously it's hard to predict AD going down, Kyrie teared his ACL. But in the moment that they did, this was a perfect opportunity to boost Dallas back, boost them. This is to make all the fans happy. They were losing money. Now Cooper Flag could potentially be playing in Vegas.
So you still think that they're going to go to Vegas?
No, I'm just playing. I'm talking shit, y'all. I think they'll stay in Dallas. I think that'll really do something to Dallas if they left. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But we've seen plenty of time. Like, there's no way they jumped 10 spots, man. 1.8% chance. The Bulls had a 1.7% chance, and they said, "Fuck the Bulls." The Bulls will never be Utah. How many years Utah been tanking? And they can't even. What's the highest pick Utah done had? 4?
They
This
don't
shit is.
they don't film it or anything.
They don't film it. Hit the like button, y'all.
Why does it have to be behind closed doors?
Exactly.
No, I mean, is there a good excuse?
No, there's not a good excuse. It's the only. They're not even trying to hide it. It's like you would think they'd be trying to hide this stuff, but they don't even try to hide it no more. They know we're just going to talk about it for 2 days and keep watching.
Dan Patrick are one of those guys that, of course, has to protect the NBA and protect Adam Silver, saying, "Oh, it's you got the balls bouncing in there, and that's impossible to rig, and this other part of it is impossible to rig." I'm like, but if it's behind closed doors, why are we even talking about that? You don't even know that they used those balls.
Exactly.
They might have, but But if you're using those balls, I thought that used to be part of the entertainment process was watching the shit spin and then seeing the selection come out. Now nobody even sees that happen. I'm
Yeah,
confused. I'm legitimately asking questions because this is weird.
yeah, I gotta see it. Um, we not hating on the Mavericks. We happy for the Mavericks that because they got robbed. They literally robbed you of your star player, gave you Anthony Davis in a draft pick that you can't use until 4 years from now. Oh, and Max Christie.
I didn't know that Kyrie wasn't due back until halfway through next year. I thought he'd be back by the beginning.
No, he tore
That's
his. Yeah, you gotta take at least a year off. I don't think that nobody should come back from an ACL without at least a year off. A
well, if
full
he
year.
goes to the LeBron of ACLs, he might be able to heal faster. He may not need surgery at all.
Oh my god! You said the Mavs. Now they're saying the Mavs won the trade. I mean, like, you say that now. You weren't saying that 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You weren't saying
What
that 3 days ago. You know what I mean? They weren't saying that, right, AOH?
they weren't it's interesting. You could break that into two timelines. How many people already said that the Mavs um, did win the changed their mind after they saw how badly things went with
Yeah,
Luca with LeBron,
yeah,
and
man.
they said, "Oh, maybe we were wrong." And then on top of that, you get Cooper Flag, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we really weren't doing so badly here with this trade." But then again, that means you're assuming that that trade had something to do with them getting Cooper Flag.
I think that was probably the worst case scenario. You know, worst case scenario, we get Cooper Flag. Best case scenario, we go a deep playoff run. We get
How
people to believe
important
again.
how important is it to the Dallas demographic to have a Caucasian star?
That I mean, they've had one.
The only ones you can think of.
Yeah, they've had one since the '90s, man. This is what they know.
Who stands out in your mind as a Maverick through history? You got Dirk,
Dirk, yeah,
Luca,
yep,
now Cooper, and for a period in there, Steve Nash before Steve Nash left.
yeah. He got ran out of there.
But I must be forgetting somebody. Or maybe I'm
Nope.
not.
No, I think that's about it. Um, and JJ Barea.
Oh, right.
Fanboys hate that word. Ah!
I'm
Fanboys
sorry.
get the melting.
How could I leave out Jason Terry? Jason Terry, who was lifted into fame thanks to LeBron James's shittiness.
Mhm. Mark Aguirre, yeah. Black Philly.
Oh, that's a good name. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I see we got a super chat here from Hoops and Anime. Traded Luca for Cooper Flag and back shots. Hey, he funny as hell. It's crazy, man. Life come full circle sometimes. It's unbelievable. How can they get Luca or not Cooper Flag? How can they get Cooper Flag, y'all? How?
Does anyone think that Cooper Flag isn't the best pick? Like, would any team not choose Cooper Flag?
I mean, to me personally, I I like Ace Bailey, man. I like Ace Bailey. I think
Period.
he, I,
Overall,
I think he gonna be something special, and I think that the best thing would be for The Spurs is to draft him, keep getting big. You're gonna get big length and scoring. I wouldn't trade for Giannis. I don't think these teams need to be in this battle. Like the Spurs need to be in a battle gauntlet for Giannis. I just don't think so. Giving away your young assets, you need a bench. You need depth in the NBA. We're seeing it. How many teams have you seen need depth?
Hey, the Lakers won't have to give anything away. They always pull off some miracle bullshit. It's
Yeah,
gonna be Giannis and Luca, and I guess LeBron if we're gonna pretend he's a great player.
yeah, they're gonna keep Austin Reeves somehow. Watch, it's just gonna be like, what are we doing, y'all? What are we doing?
Alex English. Oh, yep.
Oh yeah, Alex English. Well, yeah, Jason Kidd. Yep. How the fuck we forget?
Well, yeah, but I'm listing. Okay, I'm sorry. I just
Yeah,
about.
well, he was talking about white guys though. We was talking. About,
Well, I just about. I was including Jason Kidd. I was like, wait a minute, that's not correct.
Don't Jason Kidd got a little bit of chocolate in him?
I was talking about this with Speed Engine. How come anytime it's a mix, it always means you're black and not white? Everybody's ashamed of the white in them.
No, it's just that the world ain't gonna see you that way.
Fuck, that's right, Jason Kidd. I'm sorry.
Somebody
when he got to the Mavericks, I think that made him. I think that pushed him over. He went from 50% to 60% white.
Yo, hey, hold on, what do you say here? They say Shannon Monster Mash. What the fuck? He said, "Well, he's pretty pale." I mean, yeah, he real light skinned, you know, very. You know what I mean? But you know, hey, Dirk is actually he might be an honorary black. Let's keep it a buck. I seen Dirk come in with the to-go plate. The to-go plate is symbolic.
That's what it takes. All right, I'm taking notes.
He got that. When you see that aluminum foil over that plate,
come on.
You know there's something. It's powerful niggatry at work in there.
He comes from that. Comes from that special region of Germany, Germania.
Yo, like Dirk got a black wife. Come on now. Y'all. I promise I wasn't raised like this, but we gotta keep it real. You feel me?
So we talked about peeing in people's mouths and race. So far, it's been a great show.
Oh, yeah. And people are coming. We're not back where we used to be yet. It's coming. They gotta know we out of jail. We out of jail, y'all. Tell your friends. Tell your uncle. Tell your auntie. We are free again.
Somebody in the chat tell us a good reason why the draft selection needs to take place behind closed doors. I want to hear somebody. I want to hear somebody defend it.
Yeah, let's hear. What's y'all excuse for why the draft is held behind closed doors? Tell me why.
And I don't understand it enough to make a full declaration of it being rigged, not rigged. I just would like to. That would be part of my research process, trying to understand what the good reason is for it being so.
Yeah, it's
not
good
transparent.
For business. Rigging the draft is good for business. You know, I still think that this would never happen in Roger Goodell's league. Do y'all understand that?
Oh, Tone, the creator, asked why we were in jail.
Oh, because I'm gonna take responsibility for it. Because I
you were looking at the wall while the commercial came on.
Yeah.
Turn the commercial off.
See, I'm not LaFody James. I'm not gonna blame and deflect. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna take responsibility as the leader of that stream. I was hosting that stream.
It would be
And
interesting to know if, in fact, that is what causes it, because obviously I've gotten away with streaming TNT before, but I was very careful to cut out the commercial. So that's the conclusion I'm coming to. But I don't know. But I don't know. It seemed like it,
I think it was. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and say they caught us with the commercial, and
which is a funny thing to get in trouble for. Not the game, but the commercial.
he's showing my damn commercial. Like, and then the NBA sent that DMCA. Boom.
Yeah. Anyway, we fucked up. We paid the price.
Yeah, our channel suffered. My I can't even sniff half my subs to view my videos anymore. Nobody's watching. My impressions are at 15% on my impressions, and nobody's watching it. You're like, what? I would have thousands of views by this point. You know what I mean? Yeah,
You
they
know what?
slowing.
But there's also something else. I wonder if people don't need a break, because I needed a break. I mean, people need a fucking break from LeBron James, and a lot of people want him to retire because they feel that way. They're like, Jesus, we can't take any more of it. And it's like a car crash that you keep watching because it's on the screen, and he's gone for now. And maybe somewhere people are like, yeah, you know what? I just need I just need a break for a while, and people will come back here in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, like he's trying to steal the show, pretend like he's retiring, knowing death. If you're not hearing that farewell tour being discussed, he's not retiring, y'all.
Oh, I
I
can't
don't know.
believe anyone even entertained that idea. Come on.
Like, knock it off, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. uh Also, we gotta talk about the GOAT is coming back. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh yeah.
dun, 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 dun. The GOAT is
Speaking of
coming.
speaking of coming back, Dart also is coming back and is going to host the Sunday show, and I think he wants to talk about that. But I got to tell you, I probably have a different take on that than a lot of people. I don't like it. I don't think he should.
Why?
I think he's done so well with the quiet, mysterious thing that even if he says great things, somehow it's going to get used against him.
Mm. I think Jordan's coming back to lay the plunger down. That's what I personally think. I think
I
that
heard I heard them say that one of the commentators that he'll be working alongside is that Noah Eagle bitch that just sucked LeBron off the entire Olympics. And I started thinking, everybody thinks that these guys are gonna like be put in their place and be respectful, but we gotta remember this is a new generation of people that don't know what respect is. What if we have to watch people be disrespectful to Michael Jordan?
oh yeah, well, it's gonna be hell to pay.
I hope, because I don't need to see that shit.
But
I
when
don't need to
Jordan
see
comes,
him sit there. I don't want to see him sit there try to be polite when some stupid ass kid is being a dipshit. He doesn't need to sit through that shit. Anyway,
well,
I hope it. I'm obviously jumping to a worst case scenario, but I don't know.
I think Jordan has to come back. I think he has to say, okay, look, man,
Won't that be
this shit is
funny
going.
with him? Won't that be funny with him just doing a little assistant commentary that boosts ratings back up
That
more
is
than
gonna boost
LeBron,
ratings.
more than LeBron could do?
They needed Jordan to come back, y'all. The NBA needed Jordan to come back. Do you understand how big this is going to be? How big NBC is about to be because of this?
And I don't think they've even explained the full details of exactly what he's going to do yet, have they?
Yeah,
It was
they
a,
have. They just said I'm back. That's all
yeah,
they said.
that's all that's necessary.
Like now you got so much anticipation. It's crazy right now. It, yo, I just want to. I hope that Jordan could land on a set with all of LeBron's cheerleaders, so he could just
But
smoke a cigar and look at them like, "Yeah, you out your fucking mind."
do you think they begged him to? Because I just can't see him enjoying it that much. He must be pretty satisfied with life to have kept his mouth shut this long. Do you think he's itching to be involved in some way, or do you think he got begged?
Probably a combination of both. Jordan probably wanted them to beg. He probably something he wanted to do eventually, but he wanted them to beg for it. Like, yeah, call me
He
Big
said,
Jordan. You know what
this
I
guy
mean?
said they want.
He said what?
Somebody said that Jordan's gonna just like crap on people, and people want to see it. But I don't know. I don't think he will. I think he'll control himself. I think he'll be civil. He'll try to be respectful, but maybe not let as much of the bullshit fly. But I don't think he's gonna come out there and just like let himself be portrayed as the dick. I don't know.
I think he gonna keep it real. He got to be honest. I don't want to see Jordan get up there and start capping. That's the worst case scenario. Jordan gets up
Oh, you're
there.
right. That's the worst case scenario.
Jordan get up there and start saying LeBron is great. You're like, whoa, you liar.
But he is. I mean, they all started with that. I'm pretty sure Jordan has given LeBron compliments. They all started with, "Oh, LeBron's great. He's one of the he's a generational talent." And then they'll say something like, "But I don't even want to hear the fake lead up compliment."
They're gonna be like, they always love to talk about how he's the all-time scorer. He's the greatest scorer of all time. And you mean to tell me the greatest scorer could not score in the fourth quarter? Fanboys can't compute this. I go to battle daily with fanboys. My own family is a fanboy.
Yeah, man. I don't know how you do it.
Look, cuz cuz ain't watched a playoff game yet since he been gone. Look, cuz been doing everything but watching the playoffs. He been to Mount Zion. Like, damn, cuz you in Mount Zion. You ain't watching the playoffs?
Cuz has the Nick Wright excuse alerts that he tunes in for. Oh, here we go. Another way out. Let me repeat.
Look, cuz wake up in the morning and send me reels from Instagram backing his point. All
Boy,
type of
there's one thing I put on the in the members section. It was an hour long, just trashing LeBron James in his most recent Mind the Game with Steve Nash. And Steve Nash, my God,
Should we
my
watch
God,
that? Should we watch the Mind the Game and just like look at the fucking
no. I rely on other creators to watch that crap and then give me some sound bites because I a few seconds of LeBron talking I'm immediately at my threshold.
it was 8 other guys on the team.
It's your
Like,
show. It's your show. If you want to put that shit on, put it on.
I'm mentally scarred. I'm a battered YouTuber. I don't want to get no type of strikes or copyrights now.
Steve Nash. Steve Nash sounds like he is there to change LeBron's diaper and wipe his mouth for him. I mean, it was really pathetic.
It's sick. Like, how? How is this? I still haven't watched the whole thing. Like, it's just some stuff where you like, man, like we could do LeBron content every day, but it's like, oh my God, like it's sick hearing this stuff.
Yeah, even I need a break.
You're like, how can people how can people hear him talk and believe in this? Rob Shum with the 5. Fanboy logic has no actual connection to reality. That is a fact.
Thank you, Rob.
No connection to reality. We got Tom. Is Thomas in here? Somebody said Tom.
You're gonna see two of me for a second because I'm gonna switch to my phone.
Oh, for sure. Who in here bringing up Twitter? Man, they talking about Twitter. Nash the butt wiper. Yo, AOH.
All right.
They said Nash is a butt wiper.
Yeah, I said something to that effect in my members section. It's just like anything LeBron says or does. Oh, it's good job. It's okay. Let me change your diaper for you. Your poopy smells wonderful. Don't worry. You have the best poopy in the world. My precious boy. My precious special son.
My precious.
Don't
Hey y'all,
let
I just
anybody hurt you.
don't. Hey y'all, I made a membership. We're gonna start doing some member lives. We're gonna start doing a lot of different things. I dropped the membership link into the comment section. Just started it yesterday. You know what I mean? Wanted to prepare so when I'm out of jail, we can start going live again. You know?
Good, exciting. Congratulations.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all. Nash trying to get in. No, Nash is gonna be on the is he going to Amazon Prime? He's going to
Nash?
he's going to one of these networks to be an analyst or a broadcaster. So he already secured the job. First episode, next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Nash got a job.
Huh. I mean, a lot of people said, "Oh, Nash is going to be the next Lakers coach." Haha. Nah, he can't do JJ like that. But there are other favors that can be done. Like I know I can't uh, give concrete details and exactly how it works, but considering LeBron's reach, his power, the number of media companies he has, the number of angel investments that he has, for him to tell somebody, "Hey, I need something to happen over here, make some things happen." And then in return, Steve Nash sucks him off on a Mind the Game podcast a few times.
suck them off.
I got to tell you, how fast did LeBron James go from the playoffs to getting on a podcast to make sure the whole world heard him blame his team? I mean, that by itself, even forget what he said and how disgusting it was. y- Look at his prioritization. It's like the first thing, oh, I better get on Mind the Game and make some excuses. How about if you go fucking work on getting an established shot? Get, I'm not going to say get in the gym because he's in the gym doing curls for girls and stuff like that.
Bench and curl, get the girls. Squats do nothing for you. Hey, nah, on some real shit, LaForty James need to be working on his game still. At year 23, he still got to be working on his game.
Your cousin said that there's no need for a go-to move.
And that's exactly why he can't hit a game-winning shot. It's
Your cousin or LeBron?
both
Have
of
you
them.
played your cousin in basketball?
Yeah, we played a few times. We used to play at the YMCA. We live far. I live in Vegas now, so it's been a while. I only see my cousin. I see my cousin last year for the first time in like 5 years. Man, it's been that long. So, but we chop it up about the game, and it's just something. It's hard. We have to talk about other things, the weather. How my kids are doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because his level of delusion interferes with reality.
Yeah,
His-
I think when you get old, I think part of my lack of patience is that I'm old. It's just like there's only so much time left, and you can't. I just can't. Mm, That's okay.
yeah,
That's kind of like Steve Nash listening to LeBron James make his excuses. It's like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. That's amazing. We talked about LeBron leaving the court early for his process, and Steve Nash said that's amazing.
That's
Fans,
amazing.
fans need to know about this.
It's sick.
Oh, Steve Nash. I
He's
hope.
such a
I hope. I got a tiny piece of me that just hopes that Steve Nash is laughing his ass off at LeBron during this.
Steve Nash Canadian, ain't he?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
such a nice guy.
right.
He borrows his mouth for LeBron. He borrows his wife to the team.
Oh man.
He's such a great guy. Steve
Oh,
Nash.
pardon me. Hey,
You know what I mean? Steve Nash is a great guy, man. He gives up his wife for the greater good of the team. He gives up his mouth for the greater good of LeBron's legacy. He's such a great guy.
I prefer the reasons that I used to think that Steve Nash was a great guy to those.
Hey, it's unbelievable. Let's talk about we got the screen up. What should we do first, y'all? Chat. What should we do first? It is so much going on. It's so much. We touched on the Mavs because honestly I can't argue with somebody who doesn't think it's rigged. I can't. This is
Did
good for business.
Are you looking at the chats? Because I'm curious if anybody provided a good reason.
I'm looking. Is there any good reason? Somebody said LeBron at the party. They got LeBron at the Diddy party. Let me open up this tab and see if I can see LeBron. Damn, LeBron P. Diddy. It does pop up. Nothing new. But people like, damn, that's crazy. They searching for that. As soon as you type in LeBron's name, P. Diddy pops up with it. That's not a good look.
No, that's not.
That is not a. Joel says Zay Scap depressed about his Nuggets. Yeah, I seen his live last night. Scap was in the shitter last night, y'all.
Man, I did watch some of that, and people can say what they want about me. I was exhausted watching Jokic. I felt bad for Jokic, and I'm not calling his teammates crap, but God, I feel like that guy. I feel like everybody turns to him. Like, does he ever get to turn to somebody else?
Yeah.
Fucking the 3 point. He's even supposed to be making those clutch 3 pointers, which he did. I, I don't know, man.
I mean, but
I
what's crazy though, in the games that they did win, he kind of played like shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah.
Westbrook,
So
it was a Westbrook game, it was a Michael Porter Jr. game. You know what I mean? Like,
how's that work anyway? Him playing like shit. Did he get out of the way? No, he actually had really bad stats. So he was involved, and they still managed to win, which I guess shows you just how badly he needs the rest of the teammates to play well.
oh, for sure. Westbrook, you know, you say something good about Westbrook, then he goes right back into playing like shit.
I'm pretty sure I was about to cheer for him, and he missed everything. I think he missed everything badly.
Yeah, when he airballed that three, I was like, oh my God. Westbrook, Lord help us. Let's talk about the stinking Knicks, man. The stinking Knicks.
You're not happy about this?
It's about to be a lot of homeless people. Because nobody in the world bet on the Knicks to win this series.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Even you Knicks fans know you did not put $1 on the Knicks. Keep it a buck.
Yeah. last time I heard from Robin, he was like, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on getting excited about the Knicks. They know. They've learned.
Spoke too soon. Then they got to go back into hiding. See? You see? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges have been playing crazy. Anunoby hit that big three. Woo!
You know what is more? See, this is the sad thing about the Celtics. I mean, that roster is actually a great roster, but I'm less shocked at what has happened to them than what has happened to the Cavs.
Yeah, that shit with the Cavs is just the Cavs, man. They were pretenders, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck.
Well, that was hell. That was hell of pretending.
They beat the shit out of the Miami Heat. They had everybody juiced up. They go like, oh, they just killed the Heat. Is anybody gonna beat? Does Indiana stand a chance? And they got hit with that Halliburton. What the hell? What the Halliburton? Y'all see? They said LeBron had said. They said something about Halliburton. Let's see what LeBron said.
Oh God. Oh God.
Halliburton tweet. LeBron calls out lames who voted Tyrese Halliburton most overrated player in the NBA.
Really? What? When did? It's a little late, LeBron. You're coming to his defense now. That's cowardly.
They said LeBron said Hallie FKN hooping. Effing hooping. LeBron don't know what he was. Come on, LeBron. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Hallie fucking hooping. We're the lames who said he was overrated, quiet as hell. That boy nice. And even more someone everyone would love to play with. That's why I know somebody be writing his shit.
Yeah. You mean the way LeBron loved playing with him in the Olympics? Did Halliburton? How many minutes did Halliburton get total in the Olympics?
Man. Very few.
Two.
Look at what he
Two
said.
for the
You
whole
see it on the screen here?
No, I'm not looking.
Uh
I'm on the move. Sorry.
No, you good. Hallie fucking hooping. We're the lames who said he was overrated. Mind the game pod. Come on, man. Other guys on that most overrated list were Jimmy and Giannis.
Yeah.
LeBron was on that list too. What the fuck? Hold on. They said,
Well, there you go. There's LeBron's motivation. Hey, if you weren't right about Halliburton, then you must not have been right about me either. That list in general just wasn't any good.
Man, Diddy in that towel is crazy work, y'all. Look at this shit. Diddy's a monster, man. He's a sexual deviant.
This is what happens when you just have too much money and power and you get bored and you start coming up with fucked up things to do. Or do you think he was always that way?
Well, they said he wanted them to bathe and he had a pool full of baby oil. Like, you know how people have a pool full of water? He had a pool full of baby oil. He said that he wanted them glistening, shining. AOH.
Yeah, you can glisten and shine without a pool of it.
He said, man, he said he can tell. Cassie was like, he can tell if you were too dry.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
my God, every 5 minutes she had to put the baby oil on. That is sick. Yeah, the money get them more. See, the thing is, a big percentage of the world worships money.
Yeah. Bigger
So
percentage every year.
there is no telling what somebody is gonna do for money, man.
Nope.
You've seen wives kill their husbands, men kill their wives. You've seen people die over this money. You think Cassie want to go work at Starbucks? You know what I'm saying? Especially some fine shit. She not trying to go work at Comcast. She tired.
What you're kind of saying is that she signed on. She signed on for it a little bit.
Of course, she wouldn't have took this abuse from a construction worker. She wouldn't have took this abuse from, you know what I mean, somebody, a bartender. Come on now.
But to your previous point about people worshiping money, it's like, okay, so what do you get? What do you get, Cassie? You got a really big uh rock on your finger. You got some nice dresses. It's like, is that really worth this being what your life is? I mean, humans just don't know what the value of life is anymore.
You know, she got a nice apartment in LA. You know what I mean? He took care of her financial situation.
I'd fucking rather live in the jungle than have someone treat me like that.
Exactly. You know, I'm one of those guys that's I'm willing to die on my sword. You know what I mean? I'm willing to die on my sword. I will sacrifice everything for my happiness, except for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So, New York and Boston isn't over. So there's one more chance. There's one more chance to put your money on New York, everybody. Oh,
they
hey, what
still
do
scared. They still scared.
you?
Diddy. They still, yeah, they scared. Hey, King Speech, did you got money on the series? King Speech. King Speech, let me know. Rena, he said he would drug her up. Yeah, he was drugging her up. They was getting off cocaine. He was doing the date rape drug. I mean bait drug. Um man.
It's 2:05. I unfortunately have to get going, but thanks for catching up with me on this live.
Oh,
Are
for
you
sure.
are you joining Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday with you. Y'all, we
And then
finna we finna get it popping, y'all, because nah, for sure, AOH, I appreciate you tapping in. We had to get on here for the one time to let everybody know we back. We gonna be back rolling. But I'm finna keep it going. Y'all know what time it is with me. Y'all know we finna keep it going.
cool,
So,
guys. You stay on there with Zay, and I'll catch you. I'll catch you on the next live, Zay.
oh yeah, for sure. Be safe.
All right.
Come on, y'all. What time? Y'all know what time it is now. You know. Everybody shout out to AOH, man. Appreciate y'all. Take it easy. Peace. Yo. All right, let's turn this live up, y'all. Yeah. It's time to turn this live up. Wolves at 5. Shout out to Fix PU. Yeah. Yeah. Wolves in 5. What did I tell y'all? I said there was no way in hell the Warriors are beating the Wolves without Curry. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Wolves in 5. It's time, y'all. Look, hold on. We got to get into all of this. We got to get into all of this, y'all. Hold on. We gotta get to the juicy. Hold on. We gotta get into this Diddy. This Diddy stuff is out of control, y'all. Said Lakers in 0. How about them Pacers? Hey man, the Pacers got a chance to go to the finals. I know once the Knicks comfortably eliminate the Celtics, the juice finna go through the roof. They're finna get to hyperventilate. They can smell an NBA Finals game in New York, and you know what's gonna happen? They might shit the bed. The NBA is not gonna want to let the Knicks shit the bed, but will the Knicks shit the bed against the Pacers? The Pacers are deep, and they can score. Every position can score. Everybody in the starting lineup can score. Joel said we need Curry. Tape him up. Yeah, Curry, you gotta take that shot, man. You gotta go ahead and take that shot. Hey, Keith Cunningham, thank you for the 5. Just the announcement of MJ being a contributor done stumped out LeBron's injury. Facts. There ain't no secret. Oh shit, hold on. Ooh. 1 second, trying to fix these. There we go. There we go. Let's try that one. All right, y'all want to see? Let's do this update on this. Vegas selling Pacers. What should we talk about first, y'all, in the chat? Let me know in the chat what y'all want to talk about first, real quick, before we get into it. We stay in NBA or we moving on to Diddy? That's what we got to know, because, you know, I'm turned up. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It's been 7 days. I ain't talked to y'all like this in 7 days. Yeah, with MJ in the picture, ratings go up. You know it. You know it. You know it. New York is blowing up, win or lose. LaForty. All right, let's talk about the Diddy, man. Y'all showing the Diddy. Y'all want to get to the Diddy, huh? Y'all ready to get to the Diddy? All right. Let's kind of catch up. Yeah, the allegations of abuse is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. He said he would smash me in my head, knock me over, drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head if I was down. That is just crazy, man. Like, bro, like ain't nothing a woman can do for you to want to do that to a woman, man. This shit is sick. Lil Diddy chain. Y'all boys not playing. They said, hey, yo, this he used to watch. Diddy used to sit in the corner and watch. He had with a robe on and a bandana around his face. Was Diddy gang banging at the freak off? This shit is nuts. That's why Kim sliced him up. May she rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace to Kim. Yeah, ain't no lawyer on the planet gonna be able to defend this. Oh yeah, for sure. You can't. Woo. She said she agreed because she agreed with the freak offs because she wanted to make him happy. Why would you want to make somebody that's abusing you, destroying you, happy? That's the stuff that, you know, we trying to get wrapped around, because there's no amount of, there's nothing that can make me heal so fast. Diddy James watching with a mask on. Somebody, boy said, Shannon learned from this guy. Zay, because she's young and yeah, she's young and naive, but like, man, this dude old enough to be your daddy. This is like your uncle. You know what I mean? Like, you wanted to hang out with Diddy? Like, come on, man. He's too freaky. You see what he did to Usher? You see what he did to Bieber? Justin Bieber ain't been the same, man. Something off with Justin Bieber. when I seen Justin Bieber down there with the Crips in LA doing push-ups, I was like, oh yeah. Justin gone. The Crips had him doing push-ups and jumping jacks and singing in the hood. On the dead homies. He had him out there singing for the dead homies. This shit is crazy. Is that once they, man, God damn it. White people just looking at Justin Bieber like, God damn it. You know, was that payback? Y'all remember when Justin Bieber had did that song, it'll just be another lonely nigga. Is that payback from Justin Bieber saying the N-word? Did he get his get back on Justin Bieber saying the N-word? Chris making him said Chris making him do push-ups because he getting that shit pushed. Y'all going to hell, man. Hey yo, fix CPU, man. You getting your scholarship to hell. Yeah. You definitely whew. Combs cat yo. You try not to laugh, huh? You know, you go ahead and laugh. Usher gave oh man. Yeah, when they said he went down to the Puffy Flavor camp. The Puffy Flavor camp. Huh? Huh? Let's bring this to YouTube. You know, YouTube be having some people that already broke this down.
As I speak right now, because
let me know if y'all can hear the volume.
Sandra Ventura has taken the stand. Now, unfortunately, in this case, in a federal case, there are no cameras in the courtroom. There is no audio in the courtroom. But we are going to do our best to report to you in real time what is happening with her testimony and analyzing her testimony in real time. And we're going to
y'all hear the audio? Okay, bet.
About this testimony, about the case in general as it progresses. So if you have a question, submit it on YouTube. We will answer it here on air. I'm not going to do it alone. I have with me here in studio, Rich Show, Ventura filing her lawsuit in November of 2023. Entire legal saga. It came up a lot yesterday. She came up a lot yesterday. And now her testifying for the prosecution. I think a fair argument is this case either rises or falls with her
Flavor
testimony.
camp. Yeah, Joe, you know what's up
so far. Well, first of all, she's quite pregnant. She's about 8.5 months, 9 months pregnant. She's 38 years old. She explained that she was with Sean Combs for 10 years. We're talking about a 17-year age difference. She admitted that during the course of their relationship, he introduced her to certain sex acts. She asked to describe the relationship she had with him. Quote, there were violent arguments that would usually result in some sort of physical abuse, dragging, different things of that nature. Again, why is this important? He's charged with sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. He's charged with racketeering conspiracy, a criminal enterprise, underlying crimes like sex trafficking, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction, and also transporting sex workers for purposes of prostitution. She went on to say that he would stomp her in the head if she was down. There was frequent violence. She would have black eyes. She would
black eyes. He was giving her raccoon eyes, y'all. Woo!
have bruises. She was asked by the prosecution to describe what a freak off was. And she said, quote, "It basically entails the hiring of an escort and setting up this experience so that I could perform for Sean. It involved Combs being able to watch with me, the other person, and actually direct us on what we were doing. Eventually, it became a job for me, pretty much." And by the way, this comes after the testimony of a male performer who says he was hired by Cassandra Ventura and Sean Combs to have sex with Cassie in front of Sean Combs. She described how their relationship was quite complex, talking about these freak-offs. When she was first introduced to them, she says, "I was confused, nervous, but also loved him very much." She explained how Sean Combs ultimately controlled a lot of her life. She talked about blackmail materials, so videos that Combs purportedly shot of her during these sexual encounters. She was concerned that they would be published, they would be released. Quote, "He had many resources to do that." She was shown the 2016 video of that hallway attack, as I mentioned. She confirmed it was after a freak-off, which is important because while the defense would say this is an unfortunate incident of domestic violence and domestic violence is not sex trafficking, she has confirmed that this was after a freak-off. This was in furtherance of sex trafficking.
That's crazy.
She was afraid.
They really call it
no
a freak-off.
It would make him angry. So again, we're going to get more of her testimony in real time. So far, Rich, from what I've said, what are you taking away from her testimony?
Well, obviously, this is a horrendous relationship and she suffered a lot. I think the defense is arguing, in essence, that she was a consensual, willing participant in this relationship. It was a 10-year relationship. It had ups and downs. And the defense is arguing that some of the things she argues now she was forced to do, she did willingly and perhaps even enjoyed at the time.
Yes.
So that's what we're getting at.
Yes, she was enjoying some of this stuff. Let's keep we cannot not be real, y'all. Come on. Let's keep it a buck. She was off the drugs, feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on now. Let's keep it a buck.
But this is really shocking stuff for a jury to have to hear all of this. And I think see some of it is coming up.
Don't you think that there is a potential problem for the prosecution? Because we heard it. It was funny. We have a question from TDB. Jesse, does the male dancer's testimony about Cassie contradict the prosecution's opening statement? Now,
you said, could we go back to the 90s? Not perfect, but it wasn't it. Man, the 90s was terrible. Well, it was a beautiful, terrible time. There was no camera, so everything was just kind of alleged. It was a rumor. But now we seeing that the rumors were true.
There were instances where he saw him dragging her, but at the same time, he was getting paid by her. He was texting her. She was participating in these freak-offs. You wonder, this case is a thin line. Was it coercion or not? Was she a victim or partner in this? Do you think when you hear the testimony of that male dancer and you hear her testimony now, it'll be difficult for the jury to believe that everything was coerced and against her will?
I don't think the jury is going to believe that everything was coerced and against her will at the time, but it doesn't have to. There's a massive power imbalance here. So even if she willingly participated for parts of this relationship, he has all of the power and he's using it. And the one thing you mentioned,
like they keep talking about power, like is the money the power? The money is the power. He had power. He had money. But he had money. This is what they're talking about, man. This girl participated in this stuff because he had money.
I wrote down blackmail video. That stuff's really important to the case, right? This is carrot and stick territory, but he kept allegedly things like these videos to keep people in line. And the allegation here is
that's where he did fuck up though. We can't lie. When you start recording this stuff, that's when you fuck up, because now she does have a case to say, well, he threatened to release the tape if I stop fucking with him. Even though she might have wanted to keep fucking with him because he was taking care of her financial responsibilities.
Sort of got a little bit antsy about how the relationship was going, he would threaten to release videos that would destroy any chance of her having a career.
The defense would say the only person that was in possession of the videos was Cassandra Ventura. That's a point that they made yesterday.
Yeah, that's an evidentiary point. I don't know the answer to that.
Oh,
ask you
okay.
this.
So
We get a
yeah,
question
now
from-
if Cassie had the masters, no, you can't say, oh, I'm gonna release the tapes, but Cassie got the masters to the tape. No.
Lauren, who by the way has this cute little like emoji, like smiley face with the hearts. I like it. It's nice. I have a question. Do you think now that the prosecution has played their ace with Cassie, that they have more damning evidence to come?
I would expect so, because when you're prosecuting a case like this, you want to start strong. And I think some of the idea of putting her on in day 2 of this trial is to start strong. They put on a little corroborating testimony first, right, from this dancer, escort, whatever you want to call him, and now they
the
have
security guard.
her, the security guard, and they get to show the video, that horrible video, and now she testifies. But it can't be the prosecution's plan to try this case that now they're just going to wind their way through some other inconsequential witnesses. I mean, they have 2 more victims, as I understand it.
Well,
They
let's
got
talk
2
about
more
this. The
victims.
Practical reality is
They got
A,
2
need to
more
get her
in the
on stand
door.
before she gives birth. Okay,
Well, that's true too. That's true. Good point.
Yeah, because victim 3 is nowhere to be found, so they may have to make sure that victim 1 is still available. But also, I agree that they started very strong with corroborating evidence before they brought her on. Because what happened when she
They
filed
some
her
demons
lawsuit
for
in
sure.
November of 2023, made these wild allegations? I think people said, "How do we know this is true or not?" As soon as that video was released by CNN, the whole game changed, because people not only believed that particular incident in the complaint, they believed overall all the allegations that she made. And it seems the prosecution is doing just that. Now, it's interesting thinking about this. By the way, I'm going to give more updates about her testimony. So right now, Ventura said, "I thought we were monogamous." The prosecutor asked, "Was it made public?" "No, I was his artist, also his family, his children," meaning their relationship wasn't public yet. "Who was linked to him publicly?" "Kim Porter." Miss Ventura responds. "How did Sean treat you at this time?" "We had fun." So a lot of this is talking about the beginnings of their relationship. And
Yeah, in
she
the
has to
beginning, it was
concede some
fun.
points, right? She can't just
You heard
say,
that?
"It was a disaster at the very beginning. I hated him from the very beginning. I was under a distress from the very beginning." There has to be an aspect to it where she explains, "No, I started this relationship. I was young. I was excited, but then it devolved." Right? In order to
Yeah,
be
like come
credible
on.
the stand about the story, I think.
When they start talking about monogamy, like, come on, man, stop, knock it off. You know Diddy is not being monogamous with you. You know what I mean? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's some stuff you hear, you like, oh, okay, that's definitely a possibility that could have happened. But then you hear something else where you're like, okay, like, shorty, what you're really mad about something. You know what I mean? If you're looking at like DDG right now, Hallie is tripping. You feel me? And he's been warned. You know what I mean? When you have a kid with a woman, sometimes that woman will use that kid to keep tabs on you. She will use that kid to mentally abuse you. Come on now. We got to keep it real. That's one thing about this channel. We gonna keep it real. Are there not women out there that use their children as a weapon? Are there not women out there that use their kid as a bargaining tool? Let's keep it a buck, man. This is just the tip of the iceberg. That's a fact.
I agree with that. And also to acknowledge that there were benefits to her of being in this relationship. It would, at least in theory, help her career. It would get her to meet people that she otherwise wouldn't have been able to meet. So all of that is true. There's nothing wrong with her conceding that, because none of that justifies being dragged down a hallway and beaten.
Exactly. And by the way, we jumped on here on air immediately as soon as we found out that Cassandra Ventura was officially taking the stand. And one thing that makes Law and Crime a little bit different than other outlets like that is our viewers. Not only do we value our viewers, but we are making content right now purely for our viewers on YouTube. We want to give you the most up-to-date information about this case in real time. And again, we are the only, for a while now, because she's going to be on the stand. So let's keep it going. Again, thank you to our YouTube audience. Jane, are there any more witnesses to Cassie getting attacked by Diddy apart from the bodyguard? I mean, I don't know. I would imagine so.
Yeah, I don't know either. There's a videotape, so that's kind of a witness. But yes, I would imagine there are other witnesses who are going to talk about the relationship and probably talk about some of the physical stuff.
Well, they mentioned chiefs of staff. They mentioned the chef. They mentioned one of the questions from the defense yesterday was, how is this a conspiracy, right? For a conspiracy, you need 2 or more people to agree. Who are the people?
I'm not one of them dudes that finna get up here and bash women. Like, we need women. As men, we need women in this world. You feel me? But there are some women who take advantage of the game. There are some women, man, that will take you to court, put you on child support when you already doing you already handling your responsibilities. You know what I mean? A lot of things change in relationships when kids get involved. A lot of things.
People that coordinated and facilitated this racketeering and sex trafficking operation are not criminally charged.
So I see 2 major hurdles for the prosecution in this case. One is what we've been talking about. They have to get past the idea that this is consensual behavior by other people who are behaving in a questionable fashion. They have to get past that. The second bigger hurdle to me is turning an abuse case into a racketeering case, right? Because yes, they have to prove RICO is very challenging. You have to prove a RICO enterprise. You have to prove a pattern of racketeering activity. You have to prove multiple predicate acts that are violations of separate federal laws. It is hard to sustain a RICO case. We've seen some other cases where people have tried. That's going to be a major hurdle.
These pictures are crazy. Look at these pictures. Who the hell is drawing these pictures? They letting 5-year-olds draw the pictures now?
Your relationship, and even if it's arguably true, he took advantage of her. He treated her horribly. He beat her. He did all these terrible things to her. That's not racketeering.
I say that the prosecution spent so much time yesterday in their opening statement trying to explain to this jury why it's a crime, because it's not a garden variety trafficking or racketeering case. And I think the more they have to explain it, that's a problem for them. I think it's a weakness in their case, personally. Now we have an update from court. Prosecutor asked Cassandra Ventura, what was his lifestyle like? Ventura responds, he had all these assistants. He could get things done. He traveled quite a bit. And then apparently she's shown a photo and she says, this is Sean and I at a strip club.
Who the fuck is this? This is not Diddy, man. That dude look like the PJs. This look like one of them photos you see in the crib, man. Yo, this is crazy work.
Club in New York, like 2007, 2008, Halloween. How did Sean Combs' moods vary day to day? Now, look, he is charged with specific crimes that John Smith on the street can't meet. There is an argument here, very powerful, had all these businesses, different resources, different employees. He would be in the position to be able to carry out a sex trafficking or racketeering operation. That's what makes him unique, though.
Sure, but is that what he's doing? Is he running an entertainment and fashion industry, or is he running essentially a criminal organization?
I don't think Diddy's running. That's the thing. You can participate. I don't think he's running a criminal organization. I just think he's setting up freak offs for his pleasure. This is not some RICO, some sexual enterprise. This is him traveling. Wherever he traveled to, he want the freak off. He inviting for the freak off. I don't know if that's a crime. Is that a crime to invite people for a freak off? You know what I'm saying? Yes, some very scandalous, nasty things have happened at these freak offs. They had a tub full of baby oil. Everybody looked like the Silver Surfer. That's how much he loved this baby oil. He wanted you to look like the Silver Surfer.
In it. Do you think Cassie Ventura was a victim or partner in this? Ready for this? 82%. Well, this doesn't make sense. 82% say yes. I don't know if that's yes to. I think we need clarification. 82% say victim or partner. We'll get a clarification on that.
By the way,
right now.
But that's my answer to that question.
Oh,
Was
okay.
she a victim or a
82%
partner?
say victim. 82% say victim. Maybe based on we're reporting on the testimony right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think she is a victim if the allegations are true, but also she is involved in some of the criminal act. I mean, she's getting those prostitutes.
Right, like he having her go pick out, like, hey, go pick out some niggas you want. Yeah, go get them, bring them to me. You know what I'm saying? What they said what Diddy was doing with the man's bodily fluids is crazy. They said Diddy was rubbing. They said the male escort will ejaculate on Cassie, and she would come up to Diddy and rub his nipples with it. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Right? She's making payments to them, allegedly. She's having them come. So she's involved in some of the alleged criminal activity. And that's an interesting point that wouldn't just apply to her. Other people in his orbit might be some combination of
Shout out to
victim
Joe,
and
man.
co-conspirator.
But you know what? That video changes everything, because the argument would be, what do you think happens if she says no?
Yeah.
What do you think happens if she says, I'm not in the mood for a freak off tonight. I'm not going to pay the dancer. That's what's going to happen. That video is arguably the most important piece of evidence because it sets the stage when we're talking about coercion or force. Question from Angelina. How old was Cassie when they first started dating? I think she was 19 years old. So you're talking about a 17-year age difference. That's important. I think that's an important factor if you're talking about power.
And the thing is, do you think Diddy's so having somebody, if you're a famous or have some type of notoriety where you can't get caught in certain situations, right? So having somebody go and find you some work, you know, just like how LaForty do. LaForty be in Canada. He like, hey, Drake, I need you to go find me some work. You feel me? I got to take this pressure up off me. You know what I mean? So having your homeboys or your girl find you some work is grounds for a RICO case. I live in Las Vegas. You know how many people come to Las Vegas and spend their money on these hoes? I done did security at these casinos, man. You know how many women? We got a bolo list that look like the Bible. The bolo, for those that don't know what a bolo list, that's a be on the lookout. We have a be on the lookout list that is the size of the Bible. When I'm talking about, you go through some of these bolos, 2 women were called to a room. They told the man, oh yeah, we want you to freshen up for us, honey. Go hop in the shower. This goofy go hop in the shower, and by the time he get out the shower, his wallet is gone, his Rolex is gone, any cash that was in the room is gone. I read them all the time. There are women stealing everything. These prostitutes are stealing everything from these tricks, man. So I say you live in Vegas. Hey, man, Vegas is a crazy place. You can get rich and die at a stoplight here. You know, it's so many possibilities.
In control, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that he's older and obviously has much more power anyway.
Yeah, Diddy.
Sherry Williams asks, what kind of time is Diddy facing if he's found guilty? Do you want me to? I have it listed unless you want me to answer that one.
I would say life in prison, but you can tell me specifically.
So this is exactly what he would be facing. So if he's convicted of 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, I pulled this up because I figured people might be curious. If he is convicted of racketeering conspiracy, the top charge, that is a maximum sentence of life in prison. You know what the minimum is for that? Well, okay, so that's life in prison. maximum sentence for sex trafficking, life in prison. You know what the minimum is for sex trafficking? 15 years in prison. And then the transportation for purposes of prostitution carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Rich, I have to tell you,
Man,
I don't know about racketeering.
they sending the P's to jail. They giving the P's football numbers. You know what I mean? If you are out here getting prostitutes, you pimping. It's over with. They catch you, it's over with.
I don't know about sex trafficking if he's going to be convicted of those. I am fairly confident he's going to be convicted of allegedly transporting sex workers with the intent that they engage in prostitution. Their argument, as far as I understood yesterday, their defense yesterday was he hired people for their time and experience.
Let me tell you something. If he gets out of this trial only convicted of transporting for prostitution, that is a defense victory. That they would take that in a heartbeat, I bet.
Because I think if he is convicted of that, he might not get 10 years. He might get, a shorter amount and time served, his time already in the MDC.
And that's the fact. Only the government can decide who and can't hire hoes. That's the fact, man. Only the government can pick and choose. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like.
I don't know, but it wouldn't be life in prison. Wouldn't it be 15 years?
Yeah, he might not get full 10 years. He might not get the hardest prison term, the hardest prison life, right? He would get out. He would still have a life. He would still have his enterprise. So I think that would actually be a defense victory, all things considered.
So we have an update from court. I think she's describing what the alleged abuse was like. She talks about anger, zoning out. She was asked, how did this impact you? She says, greatly. The next thing I knew, I was getting hit in the face. She also apparently talks about psychological abuse. He'd tell me to watch my mouth, change my face. So,
See, watch your mouth and change. Man, how many of y'all don't deal with a woman that got her lip poked out? You're like, damn, what you got your lip? Come on now. Everybody done dealt with a woman that done tried to talk to you disrespectfully, knowing that that's emasculating, right? What this sound like? You feel me? Cassie probably had a crazy attitude. Let's keep it a buck.
I do wonder that has a strong impact because there's another case that we're covering right now. It's the Alexander brothers. And they're being charged with sex trafficking. And the argument you hear from defense attorneys is this is a very novel way to charge individuals. That if you're talking about romantic relationships or girlfriends or flings, and you're taking them on trips, you're paying for their meals, you're buying them gifts, maybe you're promising things, romantic gestures. Are we now in a position where romantic relationships are just on the line of sex trafficking, or where does it differ?
Yeah, see?
Well, here he is allegedly bringing in prostitutes to participate in these freak-offs and paying them for sexual services. So that to me would clearly be sex trafficking if it's true. It's not just about the girlfriend. It's not just about the relationship. It's about these sex workers that he is moving about.
We have a question from...
But he's not pimping the sex workers. He's paying them. He's tricking on the sex workers. That's what's crazy. Like, it'd be different if these were sex workers that he was pimping. He was taking money from them.
To Trune, what about male victims? It seems like this case is solely based on women victims.
Yeah, that sketch looked like D-Wade's statue.
This case appears to be based on women victims. I mean, I've heard speculation too about male victims. I don't know where that stands.
Well, there's lawsuits. There's a lot of lawsuits that have been filed by male victims. And I wonder, do you think that was intentional for the prosecution to not include those in this case? I mean, why weren't minor victims? Let me say this. He has been accused in lawsuits of abusing minors. Okay. allegations, accusations, okay, never been criminally charged. If you're the prosecution and you want a slam dunk case against Sean Combs and you want justice for all of the alleged federal crimes he committed, you know, the problem with the minor victim for a defendant like that is there's no consent defense anymore. Do you think it's like we want to be as specific as possible with these charges? We don't want to make this case overly broad. The bigger it becomes, the more risk it'll fall down. Thoughts?
I don't buy that. I think the prosecution wanted as many victims as it could get, but I think the prosecution had to scrutinize every potential victim to, first of all, are they going to show up, right? We have an issue with one of the three, whether or not they're going to show up. So they had to scrutinize that. And also, how are their claims? How are they going to be on cross-examination? How is it going to play? They wanted multiple victims. The only way this case is what it is because
Diddy
there are
and
multiple
LaFody
victims.
going down.
This is not a RICO case if it's just what he did to one person, no matter how horrible it was. That doesn't get you to racketeering. So he needs them. They need the multiple victims.
And that brings up a good question I have. If you read the indictment, let me rephrase that. There's been many superseding indictments.
Yeah.
It says alleged victims, right? Alleged victim 1, 2, 3, 4. But then it says victims including, like victims, many victims, including alleged victim 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that mean we're going to hear other people who are not enumerated as one of the alleged victims, but are just other victims in the case? Because I don't.
It could be. They could bring people who are other victims in the case, especially the way the case is pled, the way the case is being tried. Now, they would have had to tell the defense by now who those potential witnesses are. And I assume, well, I don't know if we would have heard about it in this particular. Usually you would have heard about it. You would see it on the docket, but I don't know.
So talking about this alleged criminal enterprise and how, based on the opening statement from yesterday, he didn't just have staff who were helping him commit the crimes, but also covering them up. Just now, an update from court. Prosecutor asked Cassie Ventura, how would he keep tabs on you? To which she apparently responds, he didn't live far apart. We didn't live far apart. He'd send security to come find me or a trusted assistant. Like who? David James, Christina Coram, who we all know has been a central figure in this case. Maybe not the criminal case, but she's come up in lawsuits before. The prosecutor asks her, was your relationship exclusive? Ventura replies, no. If she's naming names like David James or Christina Coram, do they have to testify, you think?
I don't think they have to testify, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I would think this is all planned out, that she's going to indicate some people and then the prosecution is going to bring them in later in the trial to verify, right? One thing you really want to do with a witness like this, the defense is going to say that she's embellishing. They might say she's lying, but that's going to be a little hard to do with that video, right? They can't just say she's a liar, but they're going to say she's exaggerating, she's embellishing.
What y'all think, man? Y'all think Diddy going to jail? Type jail in chat. Put the jail in the chat. We gotta know. We got to know. Is he going to jail? Also, I gotta work tonight at 8:30 PST. So I won't be able to do the Warriors and Timberwolves. But we can do the Knicks and Celtics. Should we do a Knicks and Celtics stream? Let me know in the comment section. KB, what's the word, man? Shout out to KB. Should we do Knicks and Celtics? Should we talk shit about the Knicks tonight? How? Yeah. Should we do the Knicks Celtics tonight? Yeah, the evidence is damn. I want to wait till the closing arguments. Yeah, we gotta wait for it. Oh yeah, for sure. We're hard. Yeah, KB. Should we watch your Celtics get finished off tonight? Would they finish off the Celtics tonight? Are we smoking that Celtics pack? All right, we're gonna do Nick. Hey, we gonna do some calls, man. I'm finna get y'all up in here. I'm finna throw the link up in here as well, man. Come on up in here. That logo is the Latantrum. Yeah. I posted a link for y'all. Yeah, she was weird. When she cut her head and shit, I was like, ooh, shit. Top dog.
Yo, what's up?
What's the word, man?
Shit, ain't a damn thing. Hey, shit, Curry looking like Curry and the Warriors might get eliminated.
Yeah, them boys going to the shitter. I see you, LS. I see somebody else in here. I gotta see who that is. I can't see that far down right now. Chronic Blast. I see you, Chronic. Y'all give me a second here. Talk to Top Dog. Man, Curry getting sent to the shadow realm, unfortunately. I hated had to be him, but I would have loved to play them in the Western Conference Finals. But who knows if they would have made it past Denver or OKC, especially with Curry getting hurt, man. But yo, Anthony Edwards is a problem. He's a Jordan light, Jordan zero sugar, calorie deficient Jordan. What you think, Top Dog? Top. Call back in, Top. I can't hear you, man. LS, what's the word?
Call in and pull up. Call in to work, man. So, hey, man, I ain't feeling well. You know that bug going around.
Yeah, that goddamn it going around, ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? You got Plzezinski. You got who else got sick?
Yeah.
I think he bit Jimmy Bucket's last game. Not how many shots he took? Like 9.
Hey, Pod out there with black eyes and shit, man.
You know, man, what they be doing back there in the locker room? You getting A's.
Hey, Pod got some raccoon eyes, man.
Hey, they need to start hanging with Luca. That's what they need to start doing, drinking all night.
Oh my God.
Hey, but it ain't looking good for Puffy though, bruh.
Oh yeah, it
is not looking good. He better call Ray Donovan or somebody. He better call somebody to get this straight, because he might. You talking about, is he going to jail? He in jail. Is he gonna get out? They wouldn't let him get a bond. Woo. It's hard out here for a pimp. I mean that I sound.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Hell,
he's going to jail for life, man. They're giving the P pretty much life now. It's a dangerous game to be a P. If you a P right now, woo.
Yeah, I mean, look, he could have just made her stop, man. He had signed her for 10 albums. He could have just made the money, but he wanted to do other stuff, you know. And I'm sure you know heard the rumors about Kim Porter and the things that Al B. Sure has said. And bro, it's been long. But what you were saying about the 90s, yeah, it was alleged, but bro, the 90s was great. You know what I'm saying?
Top dog back in the 90s was great, man. The 90s was you just didn't know what was real. There was still that illusion, that mysterious, that mystique about things. You know what I mean? And to see shit come full circle in 2025 about the shit that was going on in the 90s and 80s. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? You got your boy Hassan out here talking crazy about African Bambaataa and the things that happened to him. Mr. Rock Your Snot Box and all that. Bruh.
Yo. Man, prayers up to Hassan Campbell, man. He been through a lot. He done been through a lot, man. Prayers up to Hassan Campbell. If y'all know,
hey, but he need to stop coming at us black folks though, and handle his business. You know, it ain't all our fault what happened to him
He need to call the police, man. That's what he need to do, man. It ain't nothing else we can do for you, brother. Like that.
at
And
all.
he was, he was Bambatta's favorite. That's what's crazy, man.
Oh, stop it.
I don't mean,
TMI. TMI.
I don't mean.
Yo, but let me ask you this. Is it, can we really count AE taking out Curry if Curry ain't playing?
I mean, hey, that's just a part of the game. We didn't say nothing with the Celtics was playing everybody that was injured. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, true. I mean, he taking the team out. I ain't taking nothing away from, them advancing, but he ain't really taking out the legend if the legend ain't on the court.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'll give you that. I mean, like
And
I say, I'm not proud of it, but hey, man,
you'll take it.
we'll take it. Back-to-back Western Conference Finals, but it's time. But it's a perfect opportunity to make that next step. You know what I mean? I think that
It is.
the Wolves are deeper than the Nuggets. So the way that the OKC been playing like shit. They ain't really been playing that good. They ain't been playing crazy. I mean, they had that one blowout game, but they ain't really been playing out of their mind like how they were playing in the regular season, right?
They not, but so
Top
what you
dog,
saying? You
put it
think
in.
Denver gonna put? You think Denver gonna put two back to back and get OKC up out of here?
No, I don't think so. I think if they do win another game, obviously it has to be in Denver, and that's about it, man. Murder she wrote. You feel me? Because they on the ropes.
They are, but they do got that championship medal, and Minnesota. It looked good to me either way for Minnesota because Minnesota was in the Western Conference Finals last year, and they took out Denver last year.
Yeah,
The Western Conference Finals will be new to OKC, so
that's a different
I would lean towards yes. And Minnesota done seen it, so Minnesota will be ready. And if they see Denver, they're gonna be ready. So that's why I said either way, it looked good for Minnesota, no matter who wins.
I know. I'm happy, man. I think Minnesota got a chance to make the finals. It'd be Knicks versus Wolves in the finals. That'd be crazy. That's something that 2K would have predicted 10 years ago. You know what I mean? It sounds something crazy.
Wow.
I love to see it. Top dog, you in here? Top dog. I don't know what's going on with him.
Well, it look like with AE, that's the only because I'm from Atlanta, so is AE. That look like the only way we're gonna get a finals championship trophy in Atlanta is for somebody from here to win it for somebody else. Because the house ain't serious.
Oh yeah, the house
Train serious.
Yeah, I feel bad for y'all, man. Hey, yeah, Indiana. Hey, KB, I agree, man. Indiana gonna give the Knicks 7 games of hell. I think the way the Pacers have been able to come back in close games, just how the Knicks have been able to kind of pull away and come back in close games. It's the same thing, man. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a gauntlet. You feel me?
Yeah, but if you notice, it seems like the teams they get challenged for the most part, they end up being able to get through the next round. Even though it's been different for Minnesota because they took one, and it's looking like it's gonna be the same tonight with the Warriors for one. But I think they are hungry. I think AE is definitely hungry. But what I want to see next year in the All-Star weekend, AE, Ja, and Jonathan Kuminga in the dunk contest.
You want Kuminga in there?
Cause man, you saw that dunk he had? What was it? Game Saturday night when he dunked on AE.
Yeah.
It wasn't chest to chest, but bruh, they get up.
Yeah, he did.
It looked like AE out there damn near flying.
I try to forget about that, man. You ain't have to bring that up, bro.
Look, y'all won the game.
You ain't have to
They
bring
won
that
the game.
Hey, nah, that's
Hey, look. Hey, he went right back down and dunked on Looney.
He went back and dunked on Looney. You thought you went down
Looney
and dunked
tried
on
to
Looney.
turn while he was in the air to get out the way. It was too late, bro. Just on you.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's going on, Top Dog?
Shit, nothing much, bro. This mic keep fucking on me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You got that dollar store mic, man. What's going on?
Around him.
Hey, shit. About to watch this game. About to watch this game. I don't know who's gonna win though.
Should we do a stream, y'all? Should we do a stream for Celtics, Knicks? I gotta be careful, man. I can't get another strike, dog. Them boys trying to crucify me on YouTube.
You can do the stream, just don't show like the game.
Yeah, I'm definitely, man. I can't even put man, it's like everybody not coming back to the stream. People saying they're not getting notifications. They don't know when I'm dropped. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just wait until this little band over, try to get back to it. This shit crazy how they did me, man. I get it, I fucked up, but hey,
YouTube
I'm not one of those. Huh?
YouTube been trash, man, for like years. The glory days was like in the late 2000s, like early 2010s. After that, it shit been dog shit.
Man, that's what I heard, man. I'm late to the party, but I was crazy back then, man. I wouldn't I wouldn't have survived on here.
Hey, though, P Diddy, hey, bro, Puffy going outside.
You said what?
I said Puffy going outside.
Man, Puffy, man, it's tight, man. Big dog. He too freaky, man. He was some of that stuff and to get the jurors really just like, oh my God, this poor woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with you.
Yeah, they're gonna play that card.
This poor woman. I gotta start a second channel, y'all.
Hey, I agree with y'all saying on the 90s though. I fuss with the 90s. Even though
90s.
To me, it's like the last like really good decade. Even though like the 2000s was still all right, I feel like the 90s was like the last really cool decade. If that makes any sense.
No, for sure, most definitely. The 90s was it, man. 90s, early 2000s. Once we got to like, I'll say shit really started to get crazy was like that 2010s. As soon as the 2010s hit, shit just started getting weird. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even like the biggest early 2000s fan, even though I still think it was decent, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like the music I can't fuck with. I fucks with the basketball of the early 2000s, but like that music, like that Britney Spears music, that shit is so ass. I can't. That shit kind of ruins the vibe.
But we ain't even listening to that Britney shit. But like that early, like 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? That 50 Cent era was crazy.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Hey, some of y'all don't know about LaCuz. LaCuz is a big G Unit fan.
Hey, even though I'll be pissing off these,
what?
Yeah, he a big LaCuz is a big G Unit fan. I'm talking about G Unit, like big G Unit. Like you feel me? Like
hey, those I would say like. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, don't tell me LaCuz got a 50 Barbie.
Hey, he might fuck around and have that 50 Barbie.
Hey, I would say though, like the early 2010s was still pretty good for basketball. I know like a lot of people on this side kind of don't like it because LeBron still in his rings with the super team, but I feel like that was still a good era. It wasn't like even though it was counter-turning, it was like the start of now because that was really when the 3-point stuff. Really, it was the mid 2000s, but it was clear with the early 2010s with the Heat with the small ball, but that was still a good era in my opinion. You had Kobe, the Kobe Bryant Lakers with Paul Gasol, the grit and grind Grizzlies. Of course you had LaForty and still in his rings with the Miami Heat, it was a good team. I gotta give him
the West was loaded, man. You right, Reno, I'm gonna just show the score for sure. Like, hey, I'm telling you, man, Zebo. People don't know about Zebo.
Oh,
They don't
man.
understand. They
What?
don't know.
Zach
Hey,
Randolph?
They
man, the
don't know
Grizzlies,
about
man.
him.
Dude, that Grit and Grimes Grizzlies gave my Thunder problems, man. They was giving my Oklahoma City Thunder the problems back in like the early to mid 2010s. That was a great team. You know, Zach Randolph, Mike Conley, Mark
Tony
Gasol,
Allen.
You try
Tony
stay,
Allen.
man. Like, look, Zebo to equivalent him to somebody today is like if Julius Randle and Draymond Green had a baby,
But tougher.
but way more tougher.
Hey, that Lob City Clippers team,
Yeah.
man. Oh, dude, I loved it. I hate that Lob City Clippers team, you know, with Blake Griffin and Chris Paul and Jamal Crawford and JJ Redick and who else they had on that team? DeAndre Jordan. You know, I feel like they would have won.
Oh, well, come on.
They would have won the championship.
DeAndre Jordan was only good because Chris Paul was hooking him up.
That's what I'm saying. Like if Doc Rivers wasn't a coach, I feel like they could have at least went to the finals. I always felt like Doc Rivers was an overrated coach. He got lucky that 1 year with Boston. He stole a ring with Boston, and with 08, he got like he's the reason why Tim Duncan didn't go to the Magic. Tim Duncan would have went to Orlando in the early 2000s. I don't know if a lot of y'all know that, but they was finna form a super team. What was it? It was gonna be Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady, and I think Grant Hill.
Yeah, that would have been crazy right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. If that would have came to fruition, it would have been a lot of trouble for the NBA, man. But obviously, Grant Hill and T-Mac end up, fizzling out because of injuries, of course. But
I still think.
I mean, T-Mac did all right when he went to Houston. That's where he got robbed of going to the All-Star game by the league. And all these votes came in at the last minute for Steve Nash. Wink, wink.
Wait, nobody voting for Steve. Knock it off.
Hey,
Like,
Steve,
1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. I got a natural woman with $2. I thought Rico was a made up term from Power. Nah, man. Rico will send you to the graveyard in the prison.
Night.
Hey, Rena, I'm trying to get I was trying to connect my Discord to my YouTube. It was tweaking. I do got the memberships up, y'all. The memberships are active. We finna start getting real active on the membership on here, just because I like to keep this shit more personal. I like to get more personal with my with everybody that's following and subscribing. You know what I mean? So we definitely finna be turning up the. I see Chronic Blast and Nick Tri-State. I got y'all up next. I appreciate y'all boys, LS and Top Dog, for tapping in. Trying to get y'all in 2 at a time so we get this popping. I'm trying to see if we can catch a couple minutes of this Mind the Game. LeBron lying about the mid-range. Motherfucking mid. LeBron, the importance of the mid-range. Where's your importance on the mid-range been for 22 years?
Hey Zay, I was gonna say, hey, we should do like a stream, like a longer stream. Just shooting the shit if you want to. I'm down.
You said what?
Like we should do like a live stream, like me and you sometimes, just shooting the shit, just roasting shit, like on the NBA and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Get at me in my email, man. We'll set something up. I definitely want to start doing more stuff like that. I want this channel to start being more than just just basketball. Like we finna start getting into football. There's a lot of shit starting to go on. It's starting to heat up at the rookie OTAs. You see Shador going crazy. You know what I'm saying? They did my dog so dirty. You feel me? We definitely got to get into the NFL. The NFL commentary finna be so live and legendary. Y'all don't even know it yet.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even.
But like I was saying though, that's a good era. I don't understand why it gets the hate from certain people on our side. I understand, like you like the 80s and 90s because it was more physical, but I'm like that era was still kind of physical. It wasn't like now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just an open lane, and they just let everybody come through. But hey, what's up with Cooper? Is it a conspiracy or is it just what it is? Cooper Flag going #1 to Dallas. Or is it some hanky-panky?
Oh, you know what time it is, man. It's the fix is in. The fix is in, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Come on now. This made sense for business. This is better business. This is boosting Dallas economy. Lua ruined the Mavericks economy in Dallas, man.
Hey man, that boy Harrison. What was his name? Harrison? That man was on suicide watch.
He definitely was, man. You feel me?
When
I
I
appreciate y'all. Hey,
when
I
I
appreciate y'all boys. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I appreciate y'all. But I got to get to Nick, Tri-State, and Chronic Blast quick. I appreciate y'all boys tapping in. Anything y'all got to say before y'all get up out of here?
I'm just gonna say.
yeah, I just,
Oh shit.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, hey, I'm gonna probably be going live. Shit. Next time I'm also it'll probably be Sunday though. That's what I was gonna see if you wanted to come on, Zay. You know.
Yeah, send me an email. Get at me. We'll talk about it for sure.
Gotcha. I'll send you the details. All right, I'll catch you guys
My
later.
my email is on my in my description, not my description, but on my main page when you go into my bio.
Bet. Yeah, because I want to like shoot some shit and talk about shit. Because I do got some grievances, towards people on our side. I feel like because I will end with this. I do feel like some people on our side can't be too biased. It's like they go the opposite way. Like they're too biased to like the 80s and 90s, whereas there's no middle. And I kind of don't like that. It's like,
I mean, I just think that it was just a different game. You know what I mean? It was a different game. I feel like back then, everything was just tougher. Everything was harder.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
I like that era too. But like at the same time, like you gotta have like a middle ground. But I would end on that though.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys today are acting like these are zone defenses we've never seen. Like these guys can't even beat zones. They can't. All the spacing that they have, they still can't create enough space to beat a fucking zone. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? They don't know how to beat double teams. They've never seen double teams before. Knock it off. Come on. Like, stop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They acting like it's man to man today when it's not. And they still having issues with the zone, like you said. That's what made the 80s and the 90s better, is because it was, man on man. It wasn't a whole lot of switching. You stuck with your man.
Right.
Unless you came off ball to help like Jordan did and, sent your shot into the second row.
Jordan gonna be clowning LeBron. I hope Jordan gonna be clowning LeBron on the booth.
I appreciate y'all boys, man. Y'all boys be safe.
All right, you too.
That was up. Yep.
I see Tri-State and Chronic Blast.
What's
going
poppin'?
on, y'all?
What's good?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, man?
I'm gonna come in with some heat. I'm gonna come in with some heat off rip. LeBron James for his career outside of 10 feet, 37.8%. And he takes over 60% of his shots inside of 10 feet for his career. Yeah. Boggity.
The greatest scorer in the world couldn't find a way to score inside of 10 feet in the fourth quarter. Make it make sense.
Yeah, right. He's not even a top 5 scorer of all time, bro. If we're talking pure bucket getters,
he's not even in the top 50.
The only thing LeBron's ever a goat at is 2K and Madden. I'll tell you why. Because if he ever played man-to-man in any type of real sport, whether it's basketball or football, he wouldn't last. I mean, for God's sake, if you watch like the 85 Bears, the last time Chicago won a Super Bowl, man, big body slammed your ass.
No Bears.
Bears on the come up. Bears on the come up this year, man.
Yeah, you better chill out, man. The Bears are on the come up.
They definitely are.
But remember, that team was one of the best defensive teams in NFL history.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody says, Zay, I got fired today, man. How you get fired on your day
off?
You okay, man? You be all right, big dog. Go ahead, start a YouTube. Start a YouTube. No, I'm fucking with y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. LaFody James is the worst human being on the world in the world.
Wondering, we're still in Indiana. The lifted players, the illegal defense rules. Now they
Lakers' next coach, if JJ Redick don't listen to LeBron.
Is Steve Nash house? Who house? Is this supposed to be his house still?
Maybe. Shit nice.
Cause he this is a nice little
setup. Yeah.
The Thunder
Million's good for something.
That's what my old football coach used to say, like, welcome to the Thunderdome. That shit funny. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I just got
what you trying to do? Build a clubhouse?
I gotta see.
My fault. I seen Mozzie comment.
Yeah, I found myself playing like all these old school, like 6th generation, sports video games from the PS2 era. That was the best time.
LeBron on being in control in late game situations. This got to be a joke.
Hell nah. Come on
How
now.
can he talk about late
Come on
game?
now.
How can he talk about late game situations when he constantly chokes in late game situations?
Yeah,
If Derrick Rose never got injured, he would have never won a championship.
Ooh, that's
an ill take. That's an ill take.
Why?
If they didn't hit the red button on him, but hey, you got to sell out, above LeBron, and he ain't about that. So, shit.
Nah, man, I don't know, man. That I love my Bulls now.
He only got three. He only got 3 good years in the league. I'm just saying.
I know
that was suspect.
The NBA, and he was the only All NBA player that LeBron faced.
The youngest
in the
MVP
playoffs.
in NBA
Facts,
history.
The thing that pisses me off with the Derrick Rose situation, he didn't even need to be in that game, if I'm not mistaken. They were up like 16 with 3 minutes left in the game, bro. They could have taken him out.
It was almost
He
like
didn't
it
even
was
need to
set up
be
to
in the
happen
game.
like
It was
that.
it was definitely a situation where he didn't even need to be in the game, bro. The game was sealed.
And the thing about Tom Thibodeau is that he run his players like he last year he went 5 deep because of the injuries, you know what I mean? Like he runs.
The starters were playing like 43 minutes.
Yeah,
he's like the White Doc Rivers.
Nah, Doc Rivers got a championship.
Except Doc Rivers got a championship. That's right.
But Tom Thibodeau was on that staff.
Yeah, he definitely was.
He was on that staff.
I ain't gonna lie now, y'all. I like Tom Thibodeau. He do make you work hard. Like his teams work hard. If you think about it, Tom Thibodeau's teams are typically overachievers. Are we being for real?
They typically play with heart, so they're a good team as far as the regular season goes.
Like the Knicks are overachieving right now. What the Knicks did last season, definitely with all those injuries, was overachieving. Right?
Yeah, it's about time the Knicks finally reach a conference finals, though.
They're going to the finals this year.
They got to pump up New York City. It's about time. So
if it's them and the Pacers, bro, you best believe the NBA is going to do everything in its power to get the Knicks in the finals because it's just better for the league. Let's just be honest. It's better for the league for the Knicks to be in the finals than the Pacers.
Easily the highest rating finals. Yeah,
they wouldn't want 2 small market teams in the finals. You know what I mean? Even though the NFL has taken a chance with it and it worked out with, Cincinnati and the Chiefs. I mean, Kansas City is not a big market. Let's keep it a buck. Cincinnati is not like the big market. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we've seen instances where the NFL has gone and said, okay, we're going to let 2 small market teams, even though these might be the faces of the league. Like there's not going to, SGA can't be the face of the league. You think SGA will be a face of the league for the NBA?
No, he's not.
No, you know what I mean? They're not. Anthony Edwards
he has more potential to be the face of the league.
Exactly.
Well, now
I would love to see the Knicks. I would love to see Knicks Timberwolves, bro. I would love that.
Yeah. I love this. That's what I think.
That's a good matchup.
Knicks and Timberwolves, man.
That would be. And in the Garden in the finals, talk about creating a legacy, bro. What?
They will talk about how the trade, how just swapping Randall for Cat.
Yeah, right. And they're both in the finals. What? That storyline is insane, bro.
That's insane.
That makes so much sense.
The NBA, that would be an NBA dream. You know what I mean? They could finally move on from LaFody James. They'll have high ratings in the finals.
It has to be a high rating finals in order for the NBA to come back from LeBron. They have to make this a high rated finals. It's the only way.
Yeah. Oh, they have to. I don't want to see Knicks versus OKC. I don't want to see it.
It's either high ratings or bust for the NBA, so they have no choice.
I'd rather see Knicks Denver than Knicks OKC.
Yes, that's a fact. You know what I mean? I just think I obviously I had OKC winning against Denver. I picked them in 6, and it's looking like it might happen. So we'll see, man. I don't know. I just think, man, these young teams, when the pressure is bright, it might be a problem. You know what I mean? Hey, Faro, you in there?
Hello?
What's going on, man? I see you in there. Let me see what Knicks better bust some ass tonight. Yeah, they better do something. I'll tell you that.
Nah, they might lose tonight.
Wait, can you hear me? Because I don't see
Yeah,
any.
I can hear you,
Oh,
Faro. Yeah, we can hear you.
all right. What you got? Oh, Don't Mind the Blame podcast? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we definitely.
Don't Mind the Blame. I feel like that's what
Mm-mm.
should be called at this point.
Like, man. Two basketball geniuses breaking down what casual fans miss.
Right. The only thing they're trying to be geniuses in is diverting a goddamn legacy.
It says somebody said, fanboy said, when LeBron explained how three-level
No,
scores
no, no,
like
no, no, no. Don't call them fanboys. Call them the believers. I feel
the
like they have the believers.
the believers, how they bend defenses by keeping all options available. It explains why playoff basketball so often comes down to mid-range scores. Why doesn't LaForty James have a mid-range? If the
Because he
mid-range is
relies on
so
the
important in the playoffs,
I'll tell
why
you
does he
why.
not have a mid-range?
It's because of zone defense. That's why. And it all started with LeBron too.
Hey,
The year
LeBron,
before, actually.
he doesn't have a move. Like he's trying to do that fade away, that turnaround jump, but he's not confident in it. You know
He was
when
never.
somebody is shooting a shot with conviction.
yeah, and you also don't get left wide open. You don't get often.
And back then there was no lazy defense. If you didn't play your man, you couldn't play. Period.
You feel me?
You would get penalized for it actually if you get too far from your man in a man-to-man coverage.
LeBron sitting there backing you down for 20 seconds on the shot clock. Like he don't
Only
trying
in
to
today's
figure out.
NBA, not in the '90s.
Uh,
No way.
He has no idea. He has no spot on the floor where he's trying to get to. If he
is
gets
there
like if
even
Jordan
a
got to the
spot he
elbow,
knows?
if you
Is
let
there
Jordan
even
get to that elbow, hello. You know what I mean?
same with
It's
Chris
hell.
Bosh?
LeBron will be laying down there crying for like 5 minutes while Jordan gets up right away.
Bron
Yeah.
Vest,
Hey,
Bron Vest Ice, man. That's what
He'll,
we
he'll,
call
he'll,
it.
he'll be grabbing his Barbie doll pouring baby oil on it at the same time while he gets up.
nah. I still can't believe there's even a Barbie doll for him. Why?
Yeah, that's
And
too freaky.
and that Met Gala too. Come on now.
That's too freaky. You know
So
what I mean?
first of all, first of all, if I ever see him again, or no, not again, I can't speak honestly. Well, I mean, if he ever says that shit again or something like that, I'll just say, "Who asked? Who asked?"
Who fucking ass, man? See, hey, look, see, y'all see this right here? This was abrupt. I had no idea y'all went like. You see what I'm talking? Nobody understands. They're not sending out shit. YouTube has a shadow ban.
I know
YouTube
what that's. I know all about that, man.
YouTube has us completely shadow banned right now, and it's not cool. You feel me? And I don't know how long like this strike supposed to last until August. Are they finna fucking shadow ban me all the way until August? Like I'm losing subs and shit. I'm like, how the fuck? Like this doesn't. It's not computing. You know what I mean? It's not making sense.
It really depends on AI algorithms and a whole bunch of stuff as far as what they want out there. So yeah, social media really is rigged too. It sounds crazy as hell, but it is true.
Yeah,
I
like see
would just say everything in here is rigged. Everywhere you look at it.
The Matrix is showing now more than ever. There's no point to really speaking about it too much at this point. Either you get it or you don't. It's 2025 for God's sake.
It's 2025, man, and it's
there's no point in arguing with people who want to say otherwise. Like literally, screw them.
Like I used to be like, man, listening to YouTubers talk about how YouTube shadow banning them, the NBA. I'd be like, man, they tripping until your ass start making noise in that algorithm. Oh, they finna fuck with you. Oh my God, they finna fuck with you.
It's gonna get to a point where you can't even communicate on the surface web in a proper way. Period. So yeah, that's the real reason why 90 days until shit hits the fan. We'll see.
Yep, that's a fact, man.
Meanwhile, we have someone like the 40 roaming around. Hello.
AOH still got his stream. He still got his stream going. Shout out to AOH for that. We still got 170 up in here. I appreciate y'all, man. But we finna have to get this shit going. We finna do the Celtics stream, Celtics and Knicks. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need a little 30-minute intermission. You know what I'm saying? Grab something to snack on. You know what I mean?
Heard you.
Might have to put that Celtic pack in the air early. You know what I mean?
So that I'm scrolling
Yeah,
up right now. Scrolling up right now.
Put that Celtic pack in the air, y'all.
Go New York, go New York, go.
It's niggas with Timberlands on already at the stadium.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna see a lot of suspect statistics as far as the quarters go until the fourth quarter, because that's how people bet on the points per quarter, the over and under. That's why you see the record highs and record lows, like you saw with that Pacers game in Game 4. Shit.
Oh yeah.
And why do I feel like the refs for the Celtics are gonna pull a Lakers? I just don't know. I just feel like it. I just feel like they're gonna raise something because
they gotta even if they don't push it to a Game 7, they want to get it to the point where it almost happens, even if it doesn't happen, because the suspense really be that deep, man.
Man, it really does. Dude, Mozzie said my C's about to be swept at home.
It is what it is.
Hey man, you'll be all right.
Anything can happen when you have 18 champs to your name.
Niggas get swept all the time, B.
You be all right. You tough, right?
You just gotta sweep it under the rug. You know what I'm saying?
Pull your skirt down, B.
Get that Celtics pack.
Hey, yo, son, niggas get swept all the time, B.
All you Celtics fans better go to your closest dispenser and get that Celtics pack ready.
Yeah, get your bottles ready, cause
I feel like I'm Magic a Bird doing this. So if I lead a game, will they still love me? Will they still love me, Zay, if I lead a game?
That's what LeBron be saying.
That's
the realest shit he said in that.
No, please.
Hey, it's somebody in Boston who got 2 cans of a natural ice ready to knock their girl out if the Celtics lose.
Yikes.
It's crazy. It just blows my mind how they hit the button on Kyrie like they did D Rose, like almost a carbon copy, man. Gee.
Hey, I don't trust nobody who drink natural ice. You should never trust somebody who drink natural ice beer.
Who the hell calls ice natural ice?
Or Keystone
Is
Light.
that an alcohol or am I dumb? I can't.
Yeah, you see somebody with that?
A natty ice?
See, I smoke too much. I'm not much of a drinker, so forget.
That means he got nothing to lose. So KB praying the Celtics win tonight.
I got some good Dowie I'm about to roll up.
Yeah, all you can do is pray.
They doing voodoo on the Knicks right now.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like the Lakers tried to do with the Wolves, but it failed miserably. So
nah, they lost that because JJ Redick don't know how to coach. He ain't make no adjustments, and the team just wasn't good. I'm a Laker fan through and through, and I knew we weren't going anywhere. I got a lot of hate from a lot of Laker fans saying, "Oh, you're not a real Laker fan. Why? Because I'm a realist? The hell? I knew we were going to lose to Minnesota. Bad matchup, and we just don't have the players." And then when I saw how JJ Redick was coaching them, I was like, "Yeah, this ain't working."
Yeah, this is not.
Shannon forever cursed the Lakers and LeBron didn't.
It's like
the playoffs is a different beast. They weren't finna allow.
For real.
Austin Reeves was not going to shoot 15 free throws in the playoffs.
Bro, I've been telling Laker fans all season, Zay. I've been telling Laker, you're not going to win a chip with Austin Reeves as your third best player. I'm sorry. You're not.
He disappears in the playoffs too much.
You're not, because his game isn't going to translate to the playoffs. Like you just said, homie, the playoffs is a different beast. The refs call it a different way. It's more physical.
Vegas is more involved. It is what it is.
I mean,
that's a fact.
Hot take. Maybe he could go off.
Arena Curry is not back tonight. Curry.
They got to win.
Curry is out of here, y'all.
Yeah. I'm about to dip out though, Zay. Appreciate you having me on, dog. Y'all subscribe. Your boy started a channel. It's called Tri-State Talk Sports. If y'all want to subscribe, please do so. I'll be going live sometimes, talking, giving a live reaction for the game. Trying to get this going.
Sports?
Tri-State Talk Sports. Yeah, the little banners, 4 cards, like a spade, heart. That, you know what I mean? I got like a little over 100 subscribers right now. That's it.
Okay, let
Ooh,
me.
Curry back tonight. Don't rush up.
But yeah, we already know Curry. We already know Curry ain't sell out enough like LeBron in order to win 5 rings. Come on now.
And
They'll
the
have
Brown boys will say,
they'll have Jimmy Booty Boy Butler in there just to have you thinking otherwise. But come on now, we already know he chokes.
Yeah. I know.
Well, at least he's actually
all that long hair and shit. What's that
Hey,
all
at least
about?
he plays. At least he plays. Unlike a certain other.
Hey, at least he puts on a show. I'll give him that. Better than LeBron does.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I had to call my cousin this week. I was like, "Cuz, who the Lakers play this week?" Man?
Oh my, that's diabolical. Shit.
He's
Like, man,
playing with
cuz
Diddy tonight.
he get to crashing
They
out. Like, cuz,
playing
you still
Cancun
talking
and
about?
punching air right now,
He like, cuz, you still talking about a 40-year-old man?
It's
bruh.
Diddy versus the Barbie doll.
Oh my god. Damn. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
he got that Barbie doll on his nightstand, y'all.
Oh.
now there's got to come out with a human-sized version now. Oh, that's next. Watch. You already know somebody thinking
Nah.
about that.
Oh, bro.
Nah. When you said Barbie doll on the nightstand, why am I thinking of goddamn LeBron just waking up at like what 5 a.m.
Like right on.
and then
Like that's like
nah
when you think of
nah nah
Barbie
nah
doll,
nah
you think of LeBron, right? That's what you associate it with. That's what you
Oh
know.
no no no
man,
no
y'all
no.
wild, man. Hey, yo,
Okay,
y'all
you know what?
crazy,
Maybe we
man.
should stop talking before I apparently poke the hive of like some Braun boys. I don't know. Man.
Hey, we're keeping it as clean as possible. Hey, I didn't say no swearing or nothing except for shit.
Y'all crazy, man. I'm finna go ahead and take this 30-minute intermission. We're gonna be back for the Celtics Knicks, y'all. Make sure
Hell
y'all
yeah.
tap in, hit the memberships up to it as well. We're finna be going live there throughout the week. So members only videos will be on the way. The Discord server will be up soon. Raina, you got to holler at me so we can set that up. KB, you got to holler at me so we can set that up. My email is in my bio. Tap in. Anything y'all boys want to say before I get up out of here?
Shoot. We need to bring back football to the NBA, man. That's all I could say. Or bring back the real 2K days. Shoot. That's what I'm talking about. Before the microtransactions, those were the days.
Yes, sir. Y'all tap in with me, man. I appreciate y'all. Get at me, y'all. For sure.